2 days shy of the start of 2025, we've reached our final list of top 20 athletes across each sport. To wrap up our celebration of local sports here at BCSN, presented by First Solar, Justin Feldkamp and Greg Franke present the best boys soccer players from the last 20 years.
We are on the soccer pitch for this version of the top athletes of the BCSN era. We're focusing in on the top 20 boys soccer players from 2004 until today. So let's take a look at the list in alphabetical order by last name. Ignore the rankings. Hector Aguirre, Joey Akpinono, Elliot Browarski, Brandon Bucher, Camden Bisher, Zach Bisher, Alex Diaz, Brendan Graves, AJ Cleaver, Sam Keenley, Kevin Lanning, Logan Lipinski, Mike Mangatic, Adam Montague, Zach Mocha, Ryan Peterson, Carter Sell, Blake Wagner, Braden Wagner, and Aaron West. A star-studded list there, Greg. Where do you want to begin?
Well, it can go all the way back to the very beginning. Our first team that made a regional run was actually coached by Chris Black at Southview, and Kevin Lanning, who was an all-state kicker as well, was an outstanding leader. Then you got the guys that their names alliterate so well for Anthony Wayne, Logan Lipinski, Mike Mangatic, Brendan Bucher. They were all super players, and they set the tone for what really became the long-term success of that program. But the two that really kind of stick out to me are pairs of players for St. John's. One was in 9 and 10. They had Adam Montague, he just had big-time player written all over him, a rangy, strong, solid player with great skills, teaming up with Ryan Peterson. They were undefeated until they lost to St. Ignatius, who was a naturally ranked team. That seems to happen all the time. 5 years later, Camden Bisher and his younger brother, Zach Bisher. Camden had gone on to Northwestern by that time, but in 2015, St. John's, after losing the track to Findlay, they came back and barely missed beating St. Ignatius, who was number 2 in the nation at that time. And Zach Bisher, also one of the most memorable games I can recall, helped to pull out a game in the final seconds in the district final, St. John's over Perrysburg. He had a big hand in the goal, and that's the kind of player he was. Not quite as flashy or skilled as Camden, but had great skill, but just a gritty player who'd get the job done for you.
All right, some other recent names, because what I also like about all the lists that you put together across 17 sports throughout the month of December here on Sports Nightly is the fact that it's not just recent of the 20 years of BCSN. It really encapsulates all of them, but the more modern names, if you will. We mentioned Brendan Graves, but Aaron West, Blake Wagner, who was a goal sensation for the Maumee Panthers.
Absolutely. There were just some super skilled players. Soccer's a beautiful game, as Pele knew it as the beautiful game. And we had guys like Hector Aguirre and Alex Diaz and the Wagners play the game in just that manner. And that's what makes it a really, really attractive sport to watch. Sometimes I think we get too much away from that at certain levels. And I'll also mention our first state championship soccer team was 2008 Ottawa Hills. Sam Keenley, I guess the shot heard around the BCSN world, a one-time volley from 50 yards out that beat Worthington Christian, that won that. And Elliot Browarski was a star mainstay on that team too.
Yeah, teams from all across our area, the TAC, the Catholic schools, the NLL, and on down the line. Let's take one more look at the top 20 boys soccer players of the BCSN era. Congratulations to all 20 who made the list as we continue to show you the top 20 athletes per sport here throughout the month of December on BCSN's Sports Nightly.